Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 12. I am your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. Tonight's opening question actually comes from our previous guest, Derek Gott. It's a very simple question, but it's kind of timeless. And tonight's opening question is Coke or Pepsi? Cyrus Martin, Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, this is a tough one. Uh,
Really?
we're talking about original flavor, no other derivatives of any kind, just the Coke or Pepsi.
We're just going with the base. Yeah, we're just going to go with the base.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, damn. I gotta go with. I hate to say this, but Coke. I like Pepsi, but I really prefer the Diet Pepsi. Regular Pepsi tastes kind of dirty to me.
Really? Is it just the sweetness or what?
Well, it is sexy, but
Oh, Lord.
no, it just kind of tastes like dirt. It tastes like they didn't clean their machine.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know why.
That other voice you're hearing tonight is Ray. Ray, Coke or Pepsi?
I'm going Coke. That's an
All
easy one.
right.
It mixes better. It's it's better.
There you
Good
go.
point. Good point.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Coke. Now, if we were talking about different variations, especially if we were gonna talk about like the diet or something like that, definitely, well, still 100% Coke because I cannot stand Diet Pepsi.
Really?
To me it just tastes horrible. I like Diet Coke. I really like Coke Zero.
Yeah.
But
I like
yeah,
Coke
yeah,
Zero's
but and then going back to what you said, Ray, when it comes to mixing drinks, Coke all the way, man.
Yeah.
What about Crystal Pepsi? Did you like Crystal Pepsi?
That was terrible.
It's been so long since I've had it. I don't even remember what it tasted like.
Crap.
I don't either, actually. I don't either. It messes with your brain. Like when you drink it, you're not even sure what it tastes like because your brain is confused.
Exactly. It's like it's Pepsi, but it's clear. What's going on? Do y'all remember New Coke?
Yeah.
I can remember that it happened, but I don't remember what it tasted like.
To me, it tasted like Pepsi. Like when they changed the flavor, I was like, "This tastes like
Where you
Pepsi."
going?
What are you? What?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was not good. Obviously, that's why it didn't stick around. So tonight's main topic actually is an idea that Cy came up with. And this is, oh geez, the second or third time we've tried to do this topic. Um, I mean, it's a decent topic. It's just it's been kind of cursed for us. It just every time we try to do the show, it something comes up and it just doesn't seem to work out. So, but tonight's topic is Sai had the idea of what if we discussed the most idiotic superheroes. I mean, everyone gets in these debates as to who's faster, the Flash or Superman, or who's the strongest, who whatever of these different superpowers they have, who's stronger, who's more powerful, and a lot of times that'll never be decided. But he was like, you know what, we should talk about those idiot superheroes. And back in the day, I mean, I guess they're still doing this, but I want to say, just because of all the reboots they keep doing, they've kind of focused the superheroes that they're currently publishing. But back in the day, like there were tons of different superheroes. Like it seemed like every other issue they were creating a new superhero, and yeah, some of them just aren't really that good, and then some of them are just flat out stupid. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're actually going to do this in a tournament. So each of the guys has a list of 2 or 3 characters. We've done a little research on them, and what we're going to do is we're going to present one of our characters, and we're going to pit them against another person's character, and the odd man out's actually going to be the deciding factor as to who goes on to the next round and eventually be crowned the biggest, most idiotic superhero. So with that, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Cyrus, are you there?
The more dumbest superhero.
The more dumbest superhero. So, for this first round, does anyone want to go first?
I don't mind. I'll go.
All right, Cyrus. So, tell you what, Ray, you'll be the judge on this first. You'll be the judge on this first round. So, Cyrus, go ahead and lead in with your first superhero.
All right. My first superhero is very obscure. His name is El Wapo. Uh, believe it or not, he's from the Ecstatics. He's from the Ecstatics mutant group. It's a series that was put out by Marvel in the early 2000s. It was sort of satirical, but it's real. I didn't make this up. This guy's name's El Wapo. His name was Robbie Rodriguez, and he was described as basically a good-looking skateboarder guy. He had no real powers other than he could communicate with his flying sentient skateboard with telepathic powers.
What?
So, yeah, he had a skateboard that he could control with his mind. And El Wapo unfortunately met his end because they had fought an enemy who had put a curse, who had created a curse that was basically triggered by a certain song. And he, after they had defeated this enemy, this witch lady, I can't remember what her name was, he was humming that song to himself while he was using his skateboard and lost control of the skateboard, and it took off and ended up impaling him through his heart and killing him.
That's pretty fucking dumb.
That is the story of El Wapo.
Wow, I did not even. I don't think I even came across this guy in my research. So yeah, man, that's gonna be tough. I'm almost wondering if I should switch out with my characters here. But I'm gonna go ahead and go with my first choice. When it comes to superheroes, who I think are just, I mean, you're like, okay, you've got a power, and maybe this is a power you can use to advance yourself a little bit in life, but maybe you really shouldn't call yourself a superhero. And when I think of that, one of the first people that come to mind is Zan from the Wonder Twins. If you remember Zan, especially if you remember the Super Friends animated cartoon, he and his twin sister would, they were the Wonder Twins, Jaina. They would basically bump fist and, go Wonder Twin powers activate. And she would always turn into some kind of an awesome animal. Like she would turn into a giant eagle, or she could turn into, lots of different things. Zan, on the other hand, always turned into something water-based. And, granted, Bruce Lee's right. Be like water. Water can do lots of cool stuff. Turning into a bucket of water, yeah, I don't think you're gonna do too much saving there, dude. Oh, look, I can turn into mist. Okay. What else you got? Humidity, water, ice. But it's not like he was Iceman. It's not like he could shoot ice. He would just turn into like a big fucking cube of ice. The only time I can ever see this guy actually using his power and, I guess saving someone if they were like, a mer person and needed a drink of water, that would be fine. But unless he was gonna turn into water and cause someone to get electrocuted, just stay home, dude. You're going to get killed out there. The only thing I ever remember seeing that actually halfway made me think he had a decent superpower was if you ever watched Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. He apparently would turn into Wonder Woman's bathwater. So that's about the only time I could see that power coming in handy, but doesn't really make you that much of a superhero. So my first person I'm throwing out there is Zan from the Wonder Twins. Now, Ray, is there any questions you have or anything you want to put forth before you render your decision as to who you think is the bigger idiot of these two superheroes?
All right, so the only thing I would say is how would they fight each other? That's my curious part. So if they were to fight each other, what do you think the first move from each person would be?
Well, mine would actually. Here's the thing: unless Jaina can show up and help him, activate his wonder power, he can't do anything. Like literally, like if you shot his sister in the head, his superpower is done. It's gone. Because he can't. He has to have her to activate it. So let's just say, for example, she's not going to fight, but she is there. Start off the round. Wonder Twin powers activate, and he's going to turn form of a puddle of water. There you go.
All right. So, Sai, how's he going to fight that?
Well, he would splash in the puddle if it was a puddle, and if it was ice, that could be how you take out El Guapo is you put ice on the floor,
that's a good thought, yeah.
And then he slips and impales himself on a skateboard.
Oh my god.
Which, by the way, how do you impale yourself on a skateboard? That's like trying to do surgery with a spoon. Like that's gonna fucking hurt.
That's one of those situations where the cops take pictures not for the coroner, just for themselves.
Exactly.
They'd be like, God dang, really? Huh.
How did
this would
do
be
that, Frank? I don't know.
This would be a battle that would either be over very quickly or would take a really long time. Like this would be an interesting civil war. Let's just say that.
Yeah. So, is there any final thoughts on that one, or
if we're just talking about how they would fight each other, I think that's kind of a strange. We're not really going to resolve anything with that. But which of them? What you have to ask yourself is, which of these two is dumber? That's really the most important thing.
And unfortunately, I think Eugene has you beat just because he has to have his sister there.
But intellectually, El Guapo was so fucking stupid. He hummed the song that was cursed and got himself killed.
That's true.
Not saying I'm not trying to give up. I am not trying to give up this win. I am not trying to give up this win. But he's got a point.
He does. Yeah, he does.
That is on the level of Homer Simpson being told once you eat the final piece of donut, your soul belongs to the devil, and instead of throwing it out, he kept it in the refrigerator. That was pretty fucking dumb.
Yeah, you know what? And I mean, to impale yourself with your one that you control yourself, that is pretty dumb. So yeah, you know what, Eugene, you get the win, bud.
Oh, Eugene wins? Oh.
Or sorry, yeah, Sai.
I was like, that was
okay. I was gonna say
that's one of those last minute trick things you did. I'm like, what are you, Donald Trump?
No.
All right, Steve Harvey. Who else won Miss America?
Like you know what, Sai? You really convinced me. You've done a great job up to this point. You're fired.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, you win.
Bastards.
That's a tough.
Alrighty. That was a tough one. Like yeah, like I said, I had never even heard of this guy. He didn't come up in any of my research, but that is one grade A idiot right there.
Wow.
You may you have a final round contender right there, Cyrus. All right. Tell you what, since you won that round, I'll go ahead and throw out my second person, and that they can go up against Ray's first person. Ray, do you want to present first or second?
I can present first. That's fine.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm going to go with a wonderful Marvel character. Uh, his
Okay.
name is Doorman, Damar Davis. Uh, his superpower is that he can create a doorway through anything, and that's about it. Um, just so that are very clear, his official ratings from Marvel are level 1 for everything: intelligence, strength, speed, durability, energy projection, fighting skills. It's all level 1. Basically, this guy is a 5'10", 180-pound guy that can't do anything except for open a door.
Wow.
Yep.
Does he drive a truck for a living?
Actually, no.
No. Somehow I don't think that's true.
Well, his identity is secret.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Hmm. I was trying to decide between these two characters, and I think just seeing the other abilities of the one, I'm going to go ahead and stick with my first choice. So I present you with my second combatant for the evening, and that is the Color Kid.
I've heard of him.
He is a DC character. Um, his actual name is Ulavak. He can change the color of anything. Now, here's the thing. He has actually done some interesting things with his color changing ability. Um, but once again, it has to be very specific. He's, like I said, he is a DC Comics superhero, and he was a member of the Legion of Substitute Heroes. He tried to join the Legion of Superheroes, but was rejected. So he later joined the Legion of Substitute Heroes. So basically, it's a group of Legion applicants that were rejected for whatever reason. Now, some of the things.
Isn't that how the Nazis formed? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it kind of sounds that way, doesn't it? Right? Yeah. So now he can change the color of some things. So let's give you a couple examples of how he could feasibly use his power to change some things. He can change the color of a star. So, if he was fighting Superman, he could feasibly, keep him from getting, the sun's yellow rays. He did actually apparently at one point change the color of kryptonite from green to save Superman, and made it blue so that it was harmful to Bizarro Superman. And then, he could feasibly help out with fighting the Green Lantern by, of course, if he were going to fight against the Green Lantern, he could change things to yellow, which, of course, the Green Lantern isn't able to do anything with. Other than that, that's it. That's all this dude can do. I'm sorry. You can changing the color of things. That's pretty cool. Maybe not such a superhero. More, maybe you should be on, I don't know, Home and Garden Network.
Can I
Just saying.
Can I make a statement here?
Absolutely.
Okay. What you said is interesting because you said he changed the color of the kryptonite from green to blue, and then it hurt Bizarro Superman, right?
That's what it says in his bio. Yep.
That shows intelligence.
Well, what I'm saying is he obviously changed more than just the color, because the reason the kryptonite hurts Superman and doesn't hurt or doesn't hurt Bizarro Superman or whatever is not because of what color it is. It's because of what's in it. It's because of the chemical composition. Now that might make it a certain color, but what this dude did was apparently change the entire makeup of the actual kryptonite. He didn't just paint it a different color.
No, okay, I'm reading exactly what it said. He changed the color of a kryptonite cloud around Earth from green, deadly to then current members Superboy and Supergirl, to blue, harmful to superpowered Bizarro.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. It's not like
But
he.
that's what I'm. But
It's not like he just
I
painted.
see what you're saying. You're right. He didn't paint it, but apparently it's the exact same stuff, just a different color.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's a comic book. Of course, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, that's retarded. That's like saying it's not kryptonite that hurts Superman. It's the color green. That's insane.
Exactly, which is why this guy is an idiot.
It sounds. No, that doesn't. I think. Whatever. I don't even know.
It shows intelligence that he actually used it in a right way. It's not like he changed it to red and then made Superman like bad.
I mean,
Sure.
yeah. My point was just changing the color of it doesn't affect. I mean, it has to be you're changing the substance of it. Now that changes the color, but you see what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So to me, his power is a lot greater than he probably even realizes, because he's not just changing the color. Maybe he thinks he is, but he's doing a hell of a lot more than that.
So then he's
All I can do is present you with what I've researched.
I'm just saying, this guy may not be what you think he is. That's all I'm saying.
But he's
Needless to say, I don't think he survived the last reboot. I don't believe he has his own comic in the New 52. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, I can understand. It's that would be a problematic situation, you know.
Yes.
All right. So, am I supposed to decide here between Doorman and Color Boy?
Yes, Color Kid. Get it straight.
So just so you know, Color Kid at least has a face. Doorman is nothing but black everywhere and then white eyes.
What?
That's all he is.
I don't understand.
So I mean, they actually took the time to create a face for Color Kid, and Doorman is so dumb that like they, in the way of what a character he is, they didn't even bother. They just made him a complete silhouette and just white eyes. That's it.
Well, neither of these characters strike me as particularly dumb. They seem inept, but I
So,
don't know.
and that's why I was going back with the intelligence levels. So official records show that intelligence level
Okay.
for Doorman is a 1 out of 7.
Okay, so not very smart. And what you said, Eugene, was that Color Kid did change that color. He had enough intelligence to know that changing that color would save Superman. He didn't just accidentally change it, right?
I'm assuming no. Yes.
Okay. Well, then unfortunately, Doorman has to win here.
Yeah, I can't dispute that. That's yeah.
I mean, you've got statistics to back it up, you know.
But I'm still ascertained that this guy does not need to be a comic book hero. This guy needs to be on fucking Home and Garden doing shit, like changing the color of rooms and be like, all right, done, and that's it. That's the extent of your powers.
Unless we completely misunderstand him and what he can
I'm looking through his bio, and no, I'm not seeing anything else here.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Oh man.
Well, alrighty then. Okay, so for the third round, this is going to be Cy, your second character, and Ray, your second character. So whoever wants to present first, go ahead.
I don't mind going first.
Sure. I gotta find my second guy here.
Okay, now my second character is a character I really like. However, I contend is an idiot. And this character, you may not realize it was a comic book character. It's the Rocketeer. Uh, y'all remember that movie from the early 90s, from 91, The Rocketeer?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, it's actually based on a comic book that was actually based on a lot of different variants of the same thing from the 30s and 40s and 50s. So the Rocketeer character has been around for a long time. Okay, but I'm going to basically go, I'm going to give you my assessment based on the movie, even though it is a comic book character. Okay,
Gotcha. Okay.
and I'll tell you why I think he's a fucking idiot. Here we go. All right, the Rocketeer is a young pilot, okay? He's super handsome. He's got great hair. He's got perfect teeth. Got a beautiful girlfriend. He lives very well in Los Angeles, and in a very in a really cool period of history, a really cool time to live in Los Angeles. He gets to fly stunt planes whenever he wants. He's got a lot of shit going on for him. Okay, just like a healthy young guy with the whole world ahead of him. Got all this awesome shit. Well, why is he stupid? Okay, he finds a jetpack, and without knowing anything about it, decides to put it on and just take off flying all over the place with no real training or no realistic idea of what he's doing. Then he decides to fight against a group of trained Nazi spies and a giant. He makes an enemy out of a super powerful secret Nazi Hollywood movie star, and he gets into a fist fight on top of an exploding hydrogen zeppelin. And for those reasons, I contend that the Rocketeer is a moron.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Although I think that movie's badass. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Jennifer Connelly, dude. Anyway.
All right. I have to counter with a very sad man. This is Bullet Man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've done a little research on him.
Yeah, so Bullet Man, he really wanted to be a police officer, but they rejected him because he couldn't shoot, run, or talk. Or think. And it was actually to the point that in the beginning, when they were introducing him, he couldn't even create a sentence, and it was just all jumbled words.
Wow.
So he thought that he could cure crime with a serum. So he accidentally made a serum that made him more intelligent.
He accidentally made it.
Yes. He thought it was going to be a crime cure, and what he did was he injected himself with it, and he actually made himself a little more intelligent. Unfortunately, it wasn't so smart that he didn't. He created Bullet Man, which is he has a helmet which can deflect bullets, or he can make him fly through the air. But he's still dumb enough that he uses his real name, despite trying to keep a secret identity.
Wow.
He has a sidekick named Bullet Girl, and they yell each other's first names at each other all the time, despite trying to keep a secret identity. They never actually caught anybody. They would try and get into a fight with somebody. He would punch them, and they would just disappear, and he didn't know where they would go. And then they would sneak up and punch him back and knock him out. So, yeah, that's my contention with that one.
Wow. You really, you like, I think that's, you didn't have to pull out all the stops on me on that. That's
yeah, he kind of pulled out a hammer.
It's kind of embarrassing here. I feel like I brought a knife to a gunfight.
Well, what's funny is both of the characters that y'all presented wear helmets that are very aerodynamic. I mean, there's a little similarity there. Yeah, I hate to tell you, Si, this is no contest. Fucking
You're right. You're
fucking
right.
Bullet Man wins this one, hands down.
The Rocketeer might be a dumbass, but come on, we're talking about a level of moron that is tough to beat. This is Strange Brew level right here. This is yeah, this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Of
Jeez.
all the characters I've researched for this, he's got to be my favorite.
This is like Simple Jack and shit. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, you never
That is
go.
horrible.
Wow.
Who the fuck comes up with that? Like, who thought this was a good idea?
Like, he's not like special, is he? Like, he's not like special needs, right? They didn't draw
No,
him.
they didn't go full.
Okay, I'm just trying to, because I'm like, this sounds pretty bad. Is this real or is this like, like, is this
Yeah, it's
is
real.
not necessarily politically correct in this day and age, so to speak?
I understand exactly what you're saying, and that's not how it was presented.
Okay, doke.
Originally, it came out in the 1940s.
Oh boy. Like, how could that get? How could that get made? You know, like, what audience is there where they're like, or what publisher is like?
Publisher was originally Fawcett Comics from 1939 to 1953. Later, DC Comics from 76 to present. First appearance was in Nickel Comics #1.
Wow.
Oh my
Nickel
god.
Comics. Yeah.
Is this a satirical character or is this like?
Oh, that's what makes it even worse.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so hard to understand.
Yeah. The only person that he caught back in the 40s anyway was so he was fighting a guy. The guy knocked him out, and the old man, like, he doesn't look like he's a fat old man, and anyway, he trips over the helmet of Bullet Girl, and that's how they catch him.
That's so hard. I don't think anybody's gonna beat this. That's a level of idiot that I'm embarrassed that we're even doing this now. It's like, I feel bad for this guy.
I feel bad for the creator. I'm sorry.
Imagine writing those fucking comics.
Oh yeah.
I don't even understand that. Like, you're making this comic book, you're drawing this comic book, and you're like,
I can't believe it lasted for as long as it did.
yeah, you're like, so this is what it's come to, huh? This is what we're doing. This is the life we've chosen.
Well, remember back then they're like, oh, we'll just do it for the kids. Kids are idiots. We'll just throw it out there. No one actually thought that this was going to go anywhere. So it was like, hey, this is just a job.
I wonder if it was like one of those things like where the writer and the artist were trying to get fired, so they came up with this, but the publisher is like on to them, and they're like, no, we'll go ahead and publish it, and they're like, fine, let's do it. Okay then. Here's the first edition. I'm gonna publish it. Great, go ahead. I'm going to, and then
It's like that. It's like on Seinfeld whenever he was trying to get fired. Whenever
Right.
George was trying to get fired, and he's like, "All right, y'all want to play? Let's play."
Like,
Let's see how
My
far.
door shut. I went in through the ceiling tile.
I remember that.
Oh man. Okay, so for the second round, by the way, I've been eliminated. For the second round, I say we go ahead and have because it's either. Tell you what, we can either do it. Sai, you have one contender and Ray has both of his. We can either have you go against Ray again, and then if you win, hopefully, maybe you'll go on to face Ray for the third round. If not, we're gonna have a round where it's literally Ray versus Ray. So what do you think? How should we handle this?
I think we should have all three of them standing next to each other, and we pick the two dumbest right now.
I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. So then we come down to El Guapo, Doorman, and Bullet Man.
What a team! What a team!
Can I just say that would be like I want to see that comic.
Oh my God.
I want to see that movie.
Even better.
Wow.
All right. So how does this go?
All right.
Okay. I think each one of us has a vote, and hopefully at least one person will get two votes, and then and one person gets one, and whoever doesn't get a vote is eliminated. So okay, so of these three, we got El Guapo, who has a magic skateboard that he can control with his mind and impale himself on. We have Doorman, who can literally create a door into the next room, and that's it. And then we have Bullet Man, who is an idiot and apparently flings himself at people, but still cannot, never caught anyone.
I think we know who won this already.
This is like Sophie's Choice of idiots, man. This is just. Oof.
I would like to escalate to the final vote right now.
No. I'm saying we need at least one more round. So
Okay, but I think we know who won.
of your vote, who are you going to vote for, Cyrus?
Am I voting for the person that is not one of the two dumbest?
No, you're voting for. You're going to vote for one of the two dumbest.
Oh, I can only vote for one of the two dumbest?
Okay, we'll tell you what. No, then we'll do that. Yeah, vote for the two who you think are the biggest idiots of this group. There you go.
That would be El Guapo and the bullet head guy.
Ray, what say you?
Yeah, I love my doorman, but he's not on the same universe as El Waffle, so we're gonna go with
And
it.
I will make it a clean sweep, and that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like El Guapo and Bullet Man. All right, so for the final round of the biggest idiot superhero, we have El Guapo versus Bullet Man. Sai, closing statements for El Guapo.
All right, this is tough. We've gotten to the upper echelon of idiot. We are competing at this level is something that you don't see much of. You know, seeing anybody or any character actually get here means that they've spent a lifetime preparing for this moment. And so you have to look at their accomplishments, right? You have to look at what got them here. And Awapo has some great accomplishments. He's really his resume is impressive. El Wapo had no power other than he could control a skateboard, and he screwed that up by humming the song that was cursed, that he knew was cursed, that caused the skateboard to kill him by impaling him through the heart. He caused his own death with the one thing that he had that he could control. That's pretty staggeringly stupid. And that is about as good a case as I can make for El Wapo.
I'm looking at his information. By the way, his real name is Robert Robbie Rodriguez. Yes, let's see here. He cheated on his girlfriend, Consuela. That's her name.
Oh, no.
While knowingly being under surveillance. The pictures were published by the tabloids, and El Guapo threatened to attack Dupe, who is apparently another member of the group he was with, but he was stopped by the rest of the team. That night, he was attacked by his own skateboard for cheating on his girlfriend.
Okay, so this is a whole. This continues to build into
Another level.
Yes, I'm helping you out here, man.
the right.
Oh my god.
Wow.
By the way, I will say also, I forgot to mention this, that his power diminishes and he's actually harmed in some way if he's too far away from his skateboard. I don't.
Whoa.
For too long, yes, I did see that.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Ray, final closing statement. Final thoughts.
I want to go back and remember or remind everybody that my guy did start out trying to cure crime because he thought it was caused from a germ.
What?
So he actually thought that that's how he's going to cure crime, by creating a serum against the crime germ.
And
Crime
he
is
screwed that up so bad.
that he made himself intelligent. Like, that's, yeah.
And that right there is actually the only evidence that I've seen that hurts your case. That he gained some intelligence at some point.
Yeah.
Well, and I understand that, but despite having that intelligence, he still screams out his own name or his own alias. He constantly loses his fights, and they're just physical punch fights. That's it. That's all he's got. And he loses them all, pretty much every one of them. And he actually, when he punches the guy will go behind a table and he loses him. Like, he can't find him anymore. Like, he's astonished that they're gone, and he can't figure out how. And then they'll get the jump on him and hit him with a chair, and then he loses the fight.
So he has no object permanence, like a fucking
like playing
6-month-old baby could figure out how to defeat this guy.
Like, peekaboo! Oh no!
If you played hide and seek, you would win against this guy any time.
If you raised your hands up and covered your face, he'd be like, "Where'd it go?"
You could hide behind the curtain with your feet sticking out, and he wouldn't know you were there.
Wow.
So yeah,
man.
that's what I got. One of his final fights here, the guy that they did catch, that, like I said, he tripped over the Bullet Girl's helmet. He needed a cane to walk, and Bullet Man still lost to that man.
I'm just trying to figure out how he tripped over her helmet. What the fuck was going on?
Her helmet came off during the fight. She got punched. Her helmet fell off, was landing on the floor, and he was walking away because he knocked him out and disappeared. And as he's walking away, he trips over the helmet. So it's a pretty stupid villain that won against Bullet Man by his own clumsiness. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I'm just imagining, like, hey, dude, did you see the new Bullet Man comic book? Oh, yeah, it's badass. Like,
Hey, you see where he got knocked out again?
he almost got him, man. He almost got him.
Yeah, he fell behind the desk and disappeared.
I hate when that happens.
What kid would pick this up? Like, Superman is sitting there, Batman sitting there, Spider-Man sitting there. Oh no, I'm gonna get Bullet Man.
Look, they feel bad for him, so they buy the comic. They're like, it's like a sympathy thing.
Yeah. But even
this is what the kids, like aunt and uncle who know nothing about anything, are just like, all right, let's get him something, for his birthday, and he opens it up and he's like, oh, it's a comic, thanks.
What I love is his name's Bullet Man, and he doesn't have a gun.
Good point. Yes.
Like, you realize your name is Bullet Man, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
Now his helmet does allow him to deflect bullets. None of the rest of his outfit does.
Shouldn't he be?
So unless he's going up.
Anti-Bullet Man or Bullet?
Yeah, unless he's going up against a sniper, he's kind of fucked.
Yeah, and we're assuming it'll stop those bullets. We don't know. It might just be like small caliber bullets.
That's
But
true.
he knows it's coming.
Yeah, well, there's the other thing. A sniper's really far away, and that means they don't exist, or you wouldn't be able to find them anyway.
Oh, that's true. That's like the bullet just magically appeared.
Magic bullets.
Peekaboo.
His arch nemesis, Peekaboo.
Oh, that
I'm still trying to get over. I'm still trying to get over the fucking skateboard, but the fact that this guy has no object permanence just.
I don't think, as dumb as El Wapo is, and El Wapo is El Dumbo.
He's pretty stupid.
Yes.
Yes. Bullet Head or Bullet Man or what his name?
Bullet Man.
Bullet Man.
Bullet Man. Bullet Man is so dumb that I don't feel like this is fair. Like, and that's why I say I think Bullet Man might be, not dumb in the way where you're like, God, you're an idiot. Dumb in the way where you don't say that. Where you're like, oh, you did good. Oh, look, he almost did it. Bullet Man's like that one kid that, when the other kids pick on you, go, leave him alone. He's doing the best he can.
He got up this morning. He tied his shoes.
Right. I feel bad about even making fun of Bullet Man. Like, I think his enemies do too. I think that's what's going on there. I think that's why they never killed him, because they were just like, yeah, what are you gonna, poor guy? I mean, they felt like we should throw him a bone or something. I mean, he's trying. He's out there every day.
And they all know his secret identity too.
They're like, this poor bastard. He thinks we don't know who he is, but he tells us every day.
Oh, that poor Bullet Man, Jim. I mean, Bullet Man.
Like you imagine, like all the supervillains get together and they're like, how are we gonna defeat Batman and all this kind of stuff, and then one of them like brings up Bullet Man. It's like, what about Bullet Man? They're like, come on, man. Like
Leave him alone.
leave him alone, man.
Yeah, I think pretty much this has to go to Bullet Man. I think Bullet Man's our winner.
I agree. I don't even think it's close, and I think it's scary, and and I feel bad that we've singled him out this way.
He wouldn't know the difference.
That's right. He would take the honor.
I feel like we're picking on him. I really do. I don't feel right about this. It's not. This hasn't given me the joy I expected.
Well, some of the other there were several different lists that I had pulled up when doing research for this, and some of the other person that I had on my list as a possibility I was going to use, but she actually does have a few, I guess you'd kind of say, powers, was Squirrel Girl. She is fast. She does have superhuman strength. She does have razor sharp claws, but her main ability is the ability to command squirrels. And yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is, who the fuck came up with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the other ones that were on this list were like, and this one could actually be Wapo's brother, Skate Man.
I did see Skate.
Dude rolls around on roller skates. In shorts, mind you.
At what point does this dude, some guy on roller skates that skates around, at what point does he decide he's Skate Man? Like, you're not just some dude on roller skates. Like, no, I'm Skate Man. Like, what? How did this occur? Like, what makes you the one that's the Skate Man instead of just another dude on roller skates?
I think when you're at that point, you need to check yourself into.
Right. I think what we're talking about is like, this isn't even like the substitute heroes like those other. I think we're talking about like the mentally affected. Like Superman and Batman and everybody looks at it and they're like, oh, these poor bastards,
Mm-hmm.
we got to get these guys. These are the guys that were wearing the hockey pads in the Batman movie. Poor bastards.
I'm just curious. Did anybody come across Torpedo?
I did see him on one thing, yes.
Okay. He was another go-to for me.
I'm afraid to ask.
Basically, he was a insurance salesman who became Torpedo Man, who could fly around in his flying suit. But
what the fuck? Three things that are completely not connected.
No, not at all.
Flying, torpedoes, and insurance. What?
And then he would yell all the time. I'm Torpedo Man, and I have to. Hang on, I'm going to read this verbatim here. Hang on a second. So, the torpedo. I ought to build a tape deck for this costume, and have it play the theme song whenever I go into action. Something catchy like The Sound of Music. So he's yelling that.
Is this guy like the Tick or something?
No.
Kind of sounds that way, though, right?
Kinda.
Spoon!
I actually prefer the Tick over this guy, though.
Yeah. Did you come across Arm Fall Off Boy?
Yeah. I saw that, yes. Holy shit.
So I take off my arm and...
I'm going to hit you with it. So this Torpedo guy, just so we realize how dumb he is, he gets so enthralled in looking at whatever he's so focused on just being in a room or whatever. Four guys in a team. They're called the Rocketeers, are riding around in rockets, and they sneak up on him with rockets.
The Rocketeers. I knew it. The Rocketeers. What did I tell you?
So they're so loud that they're rockets. They catch him off guard. He was, I was careless. I didn't hear them coming. So,
wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty dumb, but yeah, I think you were right in your choices. I think yeah, Bullet.
Bullet Man was my favorite.
Man, poor guy.
Poor guy.
One of the other ones I saw that I almost considered was Codpiece.
Oh, wasn't that a bad one?
Did you see that one, Si?
No, I didn't see that.
This dude is literally like... I mean, he looks like he's in pretty good shape, but supposedly he is a little... he's a little on the short side, but he literally has all this this suit that has these punching gloves on these extendable arms that's literally on the codpiece of his suit. Like think like Acme, Wile E. Coyote style extending punching glove, but literally coming out of the codpiece that this dude is wearing.
Well, why not? That's where they should come from, right? I mean, wow.
Yeah. Someone thought that was a good idea. Or maybe not. Maybe like you said, maybe someone was like, "Well, let's see what I can do before I get fired."
I'm just saying, some of these superheroes, for them to really exist, it's like there's something else going on. There's no way you put this shit out and you're like, kids are gonna love it. They're gonna buy it. We've been getting good feedback. This is what the kids want.
Hey, Eugene, we remember we were talking about Matter Eater Man.
Yeah.
Right. Matter Eater Man.
I can eat anything.
What's your name? Oh, my name's Matter Eater Man. Oh, hey, Matter Eater Man. I'm Captain America. Oh. Let
me eat that fence for you. Hang on.
Like, what's your power, Matter Eater Man?
Wait a minute. That's right. It says it right there in your name.
I wonder what his power is. What's your power? Oh, I can see through walls. What?
Yeah.
Idiots. Well, tell you what, let's go ahead and wrap up the show for the evening. So we'll go ahead and move to our picks and pans. Does anyone want to go first?
Oh man.
I'll, I'll always sorry, you killing me, man. I'll go ahead and jump in first. My pick for this week is there's a YouTube channel I started following a while back. It's I want to get his actual name here.
Cyrus
But
Martin?
yeah,
VideoGameVirus.com?
yeah, that one. It's he goes by the King of Random, and he puts up all these different videos where he shows you how to build different things. Grant Thompson is his name. So go to YouTube and look up Grant Thompson, the King of Random. And the reason why he's my pick for the week is I literally just this evening finished building one of the projects that he shows how to do, which is to build a tabletop styrofoam slicer. Um, I bought a small like a handheld styrofoam slicer, and it works okay. But I mean, the cuts are just not. They're not that great. They're kind of wavy or whatever. And for the stuff I'm wanting to do, the building of the proton packs for my boys and for Laney, I was like, man, if I could cut this out of styrofoam, like this would go so much faster. So I thought, well, I'm gonna give this a shot. And the normal tabletop ones are about $100, and I think I built this thing for maybe 25 bucks. So yeah, it seems like it's gonna work great. I was showing it to Christy, and she's like already amazed. She's like, wow, this is really cool. She's already having fun cutting out stuff as well. So yeah, I'm really interested to. This is the first time I've ever, I guess I could say, built a tool that I would be using to build other things. But yeah, but some of the other stuff that he does on there, like the stuff that he's showing you how to do is like well beyond just Weekend Warrior. Like this dude shows how to fucking make a miniature like blast furnace. Let me see if I can find it here. He makes a mini arc furnace, and you're able to. He shows how you can take it and you can melt down aluminum or steel, and then recast it as different things. Just go check out the King of Random on YouTube, and believe me, you'll just start going through a lot of his videos and be like, man, I'd love trying that. So yeah, he's got some really cool stuff on there. Some of it's some of it's a little simpler, but some of it's pretty in depth. And it's like, man, that takes some balls to do that. But more power to you, man. So yeah, the King of Random on YouTube. That's my pick for the week.
Those arc furnaces were really cool on the Iron Man movies. I like the.
That would be an arc reactor, but yes.
Well, whatever.
Ray, what's your pick for the week?
Yeah, I've got a pick. I really enjoyed. So with all the rumors that were going around about the Foo Fighters breaking up, their newest release video of Dave Grohl going solo was hilarious. I don't know if you guys got to see that or not, but definitely check it out. There's a great announcement, and I was very happy by it. So, yes, that's my pick.
No, I hadn't seen that. I have to check that out.
Cool.
Yeah, Dave Grohl goes solo for a little bit. It's pretty good.
Cool. All right, Cyrus, what's your pick or pan for the week?
For my pick, I would like to do a little. I would like to channel a spirit. Everybody go like this. Go woo, and I will channel. I will channel the spirit of Lou, and I will give Lou some props here for his recent delving into buying and repairing broken video game items off of eBay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because So what Cyrus is referring to is Lou decided he was going to kind of start checking out repairing older consoles and bought it's a DS, right? Not a DSi.
I believe. I thought it was a 3DS, but it might be a DS. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Excel maybe.
maybe. It's definitely one of the Nintendo dual screen handheld consoles. Anyway, it's one of the older ones, and he bought it for like $15 on eBay, and said they're like, yeah, it works, it just won't read games. And he thought, well, I wonder if one of the pins is bent or something. And so he won this bid and got it. And he said he popped it open, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So he bent the pin back, and he now has a fully functioning DS for $15 that he can either keep or resell. So it's gonna be interesting, especially if he starts doing that with some of the consoles. He had posted a couple of videos, some really in-depth stuff. Like there's some videos these guys have done where they're showing like how to take a Sega Genesis, the second level Sega Genesis, and actually adding S video to it, and that was insane. I was like, wow, the video on that looks good.
I've
And
got
how to like repair the capacitors and stuff, and like make the sound actually better, and yeah.
I've got a whole bunch of Atari 5200 controllers. If he wants to fix them, I'd be more than happy to let him give a crack at it.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
I got one that's really good. I had it rebuilt. The other 6 of them I have are varying degrees of garbage.
Well, I wonder if it's just capacitors that are bad, or if it's I wonder what that is.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't care. As long as Lou fixes them, that would be awesome.
Well, alrighty then. Speaking of Lou, we'll go ahead and give a plug for his Twitter handle is at TexMex on Twitter, and then of course you can find him on the site.
Be careful, Lou doesn't want a lot of attention.
Oh yeah. Cyrus, where can we find you on online?
You can find me and Lou at videogamevirus.com and YouTube under Cyrus Martin or Video Game Virus, and you'll find all kinds of fun videos about video games that I've done with other people, including Lou. And I also do another podcast show there called Game Rambling. We just started up with the Picky Old Gamer, where we talk about game news and also our retro experiences and stuff like that. So, videogamevirus.com.
Very cool, very cool. Ray, where can we find you online?
Best way to find me would be on Instagram, and that's Lake Life Artist.
Lake Life Artist?
Lake Life Artist, yeah. Lake Life Artist.
Cool.
And to follow my wacky adventures, you can find me at Optimus Gene pretty much everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Like I said, now that I've got this styrofoam cutter finished, I'm really planning on trying to get get to work on these proton packs. So I'll probably be posting quite a few, maybe even videos, but definitely quite a few pictures of the progress as that comes along this week. And then, of course, you can always check out the site at Epically Geeky. You can also now watch the show on YouTube. We are recording the show through Google Hangouts and posting them on YouTube. So if you want to watch the show, you can do that as well. But if you prefer to listen to it, do us a favor. Go to your favorite way that you get your podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever it might be. Give us a 5-star review. And in the area where you can write a review, don't worry about that. No one reads that except for me. Go ahead and tell us, who do you think is the biggest idiot superhero? I have a feeling once you listen to this episode, you're going to be like, nope, y'all nailed it. Bullet Man's pretty much it. But if you have some other ideas or some other people you'd like to throw out there that we didn't cover that, are just total idiots, leave them in the comments section. For everyone on the site and in the show, have a good night.